Hi guys, this is Miss Matthews, Entheos Academy 5th grade. So what we're doing today is lesson 26, session 4, and you're on page 547. So this lesson is talking about solving word problems involving conversions. So I can convert measurements. It's our same learning target as before, but what we're doing different is that we're reading word problems and trying to understand it. So we want to convert ounces to pounds. So we're going to go from ounces to pounds. So ounces is the smaller unit, pounds is the bigger unit. When we go from small to big, we divide. And what do we divide by? We need to know what is the conversion. So I know that 16 ounces is equal to 1 pound. So what we need to do is to divide 320 by 16. So 320 divided by 16. How many times can 16 go into 320? I know that is 20 pounds. Okay, and you guys know how to divide 320 by 16, right? 320 divided by 16. 16 into 32 is 2, because 16 by 2 is 32. 0, 0, 0. Got it? Okay, let's move on to the next. All right, so let's look at this example. All right, Pierre has 53 inches tall. He's 53 inches tall. Pilot is 5 feet tall. Who is shorter? How much shorter is the shorter person? So the first thing that we need to look at is the unit. So one is in inches and one is in feet, right? So we need to also know that 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. Right? So we need to convert Pierre and Pilar into the same measurement unit, because one is in inches and one is in feet. So let's try doing all in inches. So Pierre, right, just like the example, it shows, right, he is 53 inches, and now we need to do Pilar. He's 5 feet, but we're going from feet to inches, and feet is a bigger unit, inches is a smaller unit, so we multiply. So we go from 5 times 12, 60 inches. So who's taller? We know that Pilar is taller, and he's taller by 60 minus 53 will give me 7. So Pilar is taller, right, by 7 inches. See that? Okay, that's our example. All right, so we are at number 1 and we're on page 547. So Vanilla puts together a model train car with 25 train cars, and each train car is 80 millimeters long. So one car is equal to 80 millimeters. Now we know that 1,000 millimeters is equal to 1 meter. That's important. And he has 25 cars. So if we want to know how long 25 cars would be, we need to multiply 80 by 25. That's going to give us 2,000 millimeters. Now we're going to go from millimeters to meters, which is small to big. So we divide, right? So we're going to divide 2,000 by 1,000 because that's the measurement, and the 0 goes 1, 2, 3. I mean the decimal. So now we get 2 meters. That's our answer for that one. Okay, let's do number 2. Ed solved a puzzle 3/4 minute faster than Brett. Brett solved the puzzle in 135 seconds. So Brett solved the puzzle in 135 seconds. How long did it take Ed to solve the puzzle? So Ed, he solved it in 3/4. He solved a puzzle 3/4 of a minute faster than Brett. So let's see. We need to change this to minutes. So we know that 1 minute is 60 seconds, right? So for us to go from seconds to minute, which is small to big, we divide. So we're going to divide 135 divided by 60. And 135 divided by 60 is what? 2, because that's 120, and 15 over 60, which is what? How many times 15 can go into 60? 4 times? That's 2 1/4. Okay. So he did it in 2 1/4 of a minute, and he solved the puzzle 3/4 of a minute faster than Brett. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have 2 1/4 minus 3/4. So how much do you think that's gonna give us? 2 1/4 is 4 to the 8, and 1 is 9 over 4 minus 3 over 4. 9 minus 3, because our denominators are the same, is 6 over 4, which is 1, and 2/4, which is also 1, and 1 over 2. So which means Ed solved it in 1.5 minutes. Okay, get that one? Let's move on to the next question. Remember, if I go too fast, you can slow it down, okay? Because that one might be a little tricky for you guys. You can always try to video chat me. Number 3, Bernard exercises by lifting weights. He can lift 200 pounds 3 times without resting between lifts. Which equation shows a correct way to find out the total number of ounces, N, he can lift without resting? Okay, so he can lift 200 pounds 3 times, right, without resting. Let's see, shall we do 200 pounds times 3, so we know that that's the one that we're looking for, right? And then we have to look at, this gives us pounds, but it wants us to find ounces, right? So that's the other part of the equation. So we know it could be this one or this one. It could be A or C. Now pounds to ounces, that's big to small, we multiply. Which one makes us multiply? Only this one. So your answer is C, because there's 16 ounces in a pound. So this answer will be the correct one, right? C is your correct answer. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Number 4. A football field is marked every 5 yards. Garrett ran from the first mark to the 11th mark. Which expression can you use to find the number of feet Garrett ran? Okay, let's see. Every 5 yards. And how many yards, because it's asking us to find the number of feet in a yard, right? And we know it's 3 feet in every yard from the first mark to the 11th mark, which means there are 10 spaces in between there, right? If we did a line like this, 1 to 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and not 1 to 11. So usually when you go from 0 to 11, there are 10 marks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it'll be 5 times 10, and then you're going to multiply it by 3. And we multiply it because we are going from yards to feet. That's a bigger measurement, and feet is a smaller measurement. All right, so it'll be C. Got it. And number 5. So number 5, Mr. Wayne's class collected empty soda cans for a recycling project. Each of the 20 students had to collect 40 cans. Each can has a mass of 15 grams. How many kilograms of cans did the class collect? So each of the 20 students had to collect 40 cans, right? So 40 cans by 20 students. That'll give us the total number of cans. And each can has a mass of 15 kilograms, 15 grams, right? How many kilograms did the class collect? So if we multiply 40 by 20, right, we get 4 2s are 80 and 0, so we get 800. Now we have to multiply by 15. And what do we get? 0, 0. And what is 15 times 8? Do we know? What's 15 times 8?
120.
120?
Yeah.
See, that's my son helping me. Okay, so we get 12,000. But we know that there are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. So we're gonna go from small to big, so we divide. So you're gonna go 12,000 divided by 1,000, 1, 2, 3. So we get 12 kilograms. All right, let's do the next one.